Hey, Japanophile Rob back with another review. Today we got Transformers Generations Fall Cybertron Jazz. So, here's the package. Yes, Jazz is an Autobot. Fall Cybertron. Nice picture of Jazz, which we all wish that it would have been, the same with the figure, but... And there's his stats, little bio, him in his vehicle mode, and him in his robot mode. Alright, so, and that's pretty cool. And he is number 2 in Series 1. So, let's go and rip this motherfucker out of his tomb, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back with him out of his package, and there we go, there's Jazz. Not too bad, but it could have used some more paint apps in some places, in the lines here and such, but hey, what can you get, Do like the trim on the tires, but anyway, nice head sculpt, as we can see there. And I mean, the molded details are actually pretty cool, like back in there. Really nice. But we could have used some, but he's a pretty clean figure. Little gapping there, but otherwise than that, there's like nothing in here. But otherwise than that, it's pretty okay. It's pretty cool. I like the molded detail. Actually, a nice figure. With just some minor gripes. But for articulation, actually the wrist are on a ball joint so they can move around. The arm is on, now this is what I liked about this, a ratchet. So you really can't hear it, but trust me, it is very well done. I do like the ball joint that's on the shoulder with this kind of little piece that actually moves out of the way so you can get a little bit and you can actually bring it all the way up. So, and that'll lock. You just got to get it back to it and snap it. And for head, it's on a ball joint, so he has some movement. He can turn his head and he can look up a little bit and look, well, not really look down because there's blue plate that's over it, but otherwise than that, not too bad. For the legs, he has no waist joint or ball joint or swivel, but the legs are on a ball joint. You got a ratchet for the knee, so that's not too cool. That's not too bad. And then I heard this and I went, ooh. So his foot does actually have a nice ratchet, which you can actually get him into some cool poses if you wanted to. But it's limited. So, I mean, he can only do forward. So, I mean, if you got a stand or something, you can have him in some really cool attack poses. But it's mainly for transformation. Alright, so now that we got that all out of the way, he doesn't really have too much of a swivel for the leg, which I thought he would, but the knee pads actually, let me see if I can get that there. The knee pad's kind of restricting that, so I mean you can get a little teeny bit, but not much. So how do we transform him? Alright, so first things first, I want to get the gun out of here, back up the camera a little bit. And away we go. So, first things first, you want to get the legs together, just like this. And then once the legs are together, you want to get the arms and you want to spread them out like this. And then you want to fold in this. And then this is supposed to get spun around like that. And then you bring this panel, pull it open. And then this is where it gets a little tricky. This little tab here, this little tab right here is going to tab right down in here. So you're going to tab it in there. just like that. And then this little tab right here is going to tab into that slot, which that is a little, because it doesn't line up. There we go. So then that's like that. So then you bring this forward, and then we do the same thing to this side. So flip it around, spin this around, tab this in, and then tab this in. I found it much easier to do it that way, and then bend that foot, that hand. I said foot. Lovely. And then what we do is we bring this up, and then bring the legs all the way up. Oops, I'm pegged. Actually, let me see. Yeah. Alright, so that comes down, this goes like this. There we go. And then these get bent over like this. And then, voila. So just tighten everything up together, lock that in, and then this gets pulled over and pegged into here. Like I said, I am not great when it comes to transforming these things, but it's funny to watch me. Alright, and then just make sure everything's pegged in, locked up nice and tight and clean, and voila. That is Jazz in his robot mode. So let's take a look at that. So actually, to tell you the truth, the only kibble you see is back here. So that's the only kibble you really see, is his hands. But otherwise than that, it's not a bad figure. I really love the detailed molding that is in that, like that, what would you say, call it like an engine component or such. But it really does look awesome, especially with the red highlights on the or the lines, outlines to the tire. So that actually looks really cool. I do like that. But yeah, he's actually you got the whole back here, which is kind of like a kind of like his thrusters or something. And yeah, the molded detail is actually really nice. I cannot complain about this. Actually, they made Jazz pretty cool. Now, what do you do with his gun? Well, you got ports here, you got a port here, and you got a port back here. And that's about it, I think. There's nothing else that you can put it in, but yeah. If you wanted to, you can actually put it in his hand and make it like a, I don't know, a huge tailpipe, which would really look stupid. Never mind. Okay, so anyway, actually, I know everybody's gonna put it right there. So that's what I'm gonna do. He rolls pretty good. I don't really see no problems with the rolling. He does roll. He seems pretty balanced, so that every tire is spinning when you push them. So otherwise than that, I mean, hey, not a bad figure, to tell you the truth. So closing thoughts, as usual. I mean, I still have that weird feeling of when I touch it, like the plastic is brittle. It just has that cheap feel to me. I don't know why, but all in all, it is a cool figure. Hasbro is doing what they can. I don't know why they shrunk the figures. Everybody says they shrunk them, but either or, I mean, they still look good. Could they add a little bit more paint to some of them? Oh yeah, I think so. I think they could do some highlights and really make these things amazing. But I think they're saving that for like masterpieces and other things. So yeah, head to your Toys R Us, head to your local toy shop, go and get it, because it's a pretty cool figure. This will be great on the shelves on the in the collection. So it's been Japanophile Rob. Remember to hit that like button down there and hit that subscribe button up there, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao.